1 The River at the Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital Radiothon. It is a power hour underway with Subway and Taco Del Mar, and what you heard, that they're matching dollar for dollar. When you become a miracle maker for just $15 a day, for $15 a month, at 50 cents a day, you're really going to make a difference in this hospital, and Subway and Taco Del Mar will make that even sweeter. So many families, I know Margie and I have been talking back and forth about how often this hospital, our state-of-the-art hospital, is touching families, and we've got a special family over there, Margie.
Yes, we do. We have Miss Letonya and Jordan. And now, when this happened, how you became part of this hospital, it was just an ordinary day. Tell me about the day that you changed your life.
It was on August 29, 2011. Jordan went off to go to school that morning, and one of the students that catched the bus with him came running back to my house and told me that he was hit by a truck and at the bus stop. So we ran around there, and he was okay, you know, as far as we could see. And we got to the hospital, and they told me that they did an x-ray, and it wasn't from the accident what they saw, it was something else that they saw. And so we wound up staying in the hospital. For the accident, he had no scratches, no bruises, nothing but tire marks all over his clothes. But the accident didn't touch him at all. But it was something that he had already had, but they saw it through the accident. So it's like the accident caused us to find a problem that he needed to have taken care of.
Wow. So, Jordan, you're minding your own business, okay, probably being goofy with your friends, and you get hit by a truck, and you think, hey, I survived that. How lucky am I? But then you get to the hospital, and they tell you something's wrong. What happened?
I was standing in my bus stop, and then one of my friends told me, like, they tried to put me out the way from the truck, but it was already too late. But I had got hit by the truck, and after I went to the hospital, they found out that I had Hirschsprung's disease, and I had to stay overnight. And I stayed in the hospital for like 2 or 3 weeks.
So you're probably one of the only people on the planet that's saying, yay, I got hit by a truck, because it's a good thing. So when you find out your son has got a disease that you probably wouldn't have known about, what were your first thoughts?
Well, I started going to the internet trying to find out exactly what it was and what we had to do to deal with to take care of it. And I was kind of afraid at first, but the doctors were really good, you know, and they explained everything from beginning to end of this disease. They told me everything about it. They told us about all of the tests that we would have to go through, and we had to go to New Orleans, the Children's Hospital, to have tests done. And they were saying that at the age that he was, the disease that he had should have been detected when he was born. And it should have been much worse than it was when they found it. But, you know, everything went well. We were in the hospital for a very long time. The first time we were in the hospital for the 3 weeks when they first found out about it, and we was going through all the tests and everything. Then he had to have his surgeries. And so he had surgery, and Dr. Faith Hansborough was our surgeon, and she was excellent. He was in surgery for 8 hours. And he came out of surgery, everything was great. He had a little setback after surgery. We had to have IVs and everything at home, and that, you know, I was nervous about it, but they did really good. They sent out a nurse. The nurse taught me everything I needed to know to give him the medicines at home, and I did everything, you know, that they told me to do. He had a PICC line and everything, and everything went well. And he went through a whole lot. It was a whole lot. It was a lot that he went through. Being a teenager, the types of things that he had to go through. I mean, he had colostomy, which neither one of us had been through that. We had never known anything about it, and it was you know, it was just kind of hard. But the nurses, the doctors, everybody, they did real good with him. He loves this hospital. He wants to go upstairs and see the nurses now.
Well, we won't keep you much longer. Jordan, you're a handsome young man. And by the grace of God, you got struck by a bus or a truck, and you ended up at Our Lady of the Lake, and you're going to be fine?
Yes, I really enjoyed my stay at the hospital because all the nurses was nice, and I got to play the game during my stay. and it was just really fun staying in the hospital. But the stuff I had to go through wasn't really fun. But through the nurses being on my side and God on my side, like it was better than I thought it was gonna be.
All right,
I'm
Jordan.
so glad to hear.
Let me just ask you this, Jordan, real quick. If you had somebody out there was listening to your story, and they're kind of on the fence on whether or not they should give their $15 a month to become a miracle maker, and knowing what the hospital did for you, what would you tell those people?
I tell them give all you could give because this hospital is really great, and just keep your faith in God.
All right, very good. Now, don't forget, this hour only, that $15 donation will be double.
It is a Taco Del Mar and Subway Power Hour. I love anything that makes you get a good deal, and your money's going twice as far. So call 888-499-5437. That's the Broadmoor United Methodist Church phone bank, 888-499-5437. You can also do a secure donation online at 96.1theriver.com.